Yeah, and so if we alter our process and we are able to obtain intact fetal cadavers, then we can make it part of the budget that any dissections are this, and splitting the specimens into different shipments is this. I mean, it's all just a matter of line items.
It's almost like they're talking about hamburger and dividing it up so everybody's got enough patties. But they're talking about human beings made in the image of God.
What is happening through these videos of the Center for Medical Progress is God is pulling back the curtain, and He's speaking to this generation in a way that they communicate by video.
In 2015, a series of undercover videos produced by the Center for Medical Progress documented that Planned Parenthood was secretly involved in trafficking baby body parts.
Our phones are ringing off the hook of women who are going, wait a minute, it's one thing for me to have aborted my child, but I didn't know I was selling my baby's parts. I want nothing to do with that. Help me with this. I'm having nightmares.
The two people who produced these undercover videos were David DeLayden and his colleague Sandra Merritt.
Sandra Merritt is a mother and a grandmother, and she was compelled to reveal the truth of what was going on regarding Planned Parenthood. So she did investigations.
And then, like I said, always as many intact livers as possible. People just want
livers.
Some people want lower extremities too, which that's simple. I mean, that's easy. I don't know what they're doing with it. I guess they want muscle.
Yeah.
And they communicated to Planned Parenthood officials and organ procurement companies and videotaped the conversations. And what came out of these conversations is shocking. As a result of what came out in these videos about literally harvesting, selecting babies for extraction of intact baby body parts, creating abortion techniques to abort babies that are fully alive, and extracting their hearts while they're still beating, splitting open their faces while they're still alive to extract intact brains, and then selling those to companies that turn around and sell those body parts for up to $17,000.
And then, since the fetus was so intact, she said, okay, well, this is a really good fetus and it looks like we can procure a lot from it. We're gonna procure a brain. So, the moment I hear something like, that means we're gonna have to cut the head open. We're gonna have to cut the head open. So, it's like, okay, so what you do is you go through the face. I'm thinking, no, I don't want to do this.
They are doing such gross practices that if I described them to you, you would think that it's Nazi Germany. Literally taking babies alive, extracting hearts while they're still beating, keeping those hearts beating while they go to a research lab, and then getting thousands and thousands of dollars of profit over these baby body parts.
In 2015, the world was shocked when these videos came out exposing Planned Parenthood and others for trafficking in baby body parts.
And you'd think that everyone, particularly those who appreciate the law, would salute these courageous journalists who stepped forward to reveal this information. Instead, they were prosecuted by Attorney General Kamala Harris at the time.
After Kamala Harris became a senator, Xavier Becerra became the Attorney General of California.
And instead of cutting off the prosecution, he continued it with a vengeance.
And now President Biden has nominated Xavier Becerra to head up the Department of Health and Human Services, the HHS.
The fact that Xavier Becerra has a 100% rating from NARAL and Planned Parenthood shows that he is their advocate. He is the one that is going to do everything he can to further the pro-abortion cause.
I understand that Xavier Becerra has gone after nuns, trying to force them to pay for things that are against their conscience that they're refusing to do, rightfully so.
He is trying to shut these nuns down simply because they don't want to provide abortifacients through insurance policies, courtesy of Obamacare, to be able to do their ministry, to do the work that God's called them to do. David DeLayden the journalist who stood up to the abortion industry and exposed the tyranny of the abortion industry, he's not a villain. He's a hero.
Yeah.
Xavier Becerra, he is the villain.
Both David Daleiden and Sandra Merritt are facing bankruptcy and financial ruin for daring to blow the whistle on practices that the left deems sacred.
The folks at Planned Parenthood are selling baby parts, and they have no regard for the remains of these precious babies. And they're doing it to make a profit. They're doing it to add to the bottom line of their clinics.
I think if Americans can look at these videos and harden their hearts and turn away and pretend like everything is still okay, I think there's really serious problems for our country in that regard. But I think instead what people will do is have their eyes open like never before.